Hello everybody, welcome to Chem Talks Official. So it is the one of the premium channel that is related with the chemistry tutorials. Today in this tutorial we are going to show how we can name a hydrocarbon. It's me, Navraj Khanal. Okay, let's show up the tutorial now. The first one rule to remember is that the longest possible continuous chain that has the maximum number of substituents that is to be selected as the parent chain, and all the other branches or substituents they are written as prefix. So let's take an example and show how we can select the longest possible continuous chain or the parent chain. Okay, in the example we are seeing that there are so many possibilities of numbering. There are 7 carbons on the longest continuous chain. However, there are 3 possibilities of selecting the parent chain. The first one is the linear chain, which contains 2 substituent groups, and the other this chain also contains 2 substituents and the 7 carbons on the parent chain. However, the next one, carbon chain, that also contains 7 carbon atoms. However, there are 3 branching. So this is to be selected as the parent chain because it contains large number of substituents. And these branches or the substituents, they are written as prefixes. Similarly, let's see another example which consists of longest possible continuous chain which contain 7 carbon atoms, and it has 2 substituents which are to be written as prefixes. Okay, let's move to ask the second rule. The second rule states that the numbering of the carbon chain that should start from the end that is nearest to the substituent or the branching. And similarly, if there are more than one chain possible, then the chain which contains larger number of substituents that is to be selected as the parent chain. This point we have already described. So the numbering of carbon chain, let's see how to number the carbon chain. Okay, let's take an example here. There are 2 possibilities of numbering, so both of them are same. Okay, in the first numbering, the substituent, that is the ethyl group, that lies on the 3rd carbon atom, that is attached to the 3rd carbon atom. However, if the numbering is started from the back end, then the ethyl group that will just occupy the 4th position of the carbon atom. So the correct one is the numbering that starts from the front end. Okay, let's see example, another example. So this chain contains 3 substituents. However, the numbering is done from the end that is facing downwards. Similarly, there is another possibility of numbering. However, this one is rejected because the carbon atom that occupies the 5th position. However, in the first case, we have seen that the carbon atom that occupies the 2nd position, the methyl group that occupies the 2nd position. So the numbering is started from the lower end. Okay, this one is the correct numbering. Similarly, if two different substituents are present in the equivalent position from the either side of the chain, then the lower number that is given to the substituent which comes first in the alphabetical order. Let's take an example here. This chain contains two substituent groups. This is the parent chain, which is a linear chain, and it contains two substituents. Here, one substituent that lies on the third position and another one substituent that lies on the fourth position. However, if we see the numbering from the back end, then it is also the same. One substituent lies on the third position, whereas the another substituent or the branching that lies on the fourth carbon atom. So this one is the ethyl group, and the next one is the methyl group. However, the ethyl group E precedes over M. So ethyl group that comes first in the alphabetical order. So the correct numbering is the numbering that is done from the front end. So the ethyl group that lies on the third position, however the methyl group that lies on the fourth position. Okay, this is the correct way of numbering, where the ethyl group that lies on the third position or that lies before the methyl group, because ethyl group that comes first in the alphabetical order. The third one rule says that if more than one similar or different substituents that are present in the parent chain, then the numbering that should be done in such a way that the sum of the substituents that gives the lowest possible number, and it is also called the lowest sum rule. Okay, let's see an example of the lowest sum rule here. In this case, there are two substituents. Okay, let's see the numbering here. So there are two possibilities for the numbering of the carbon chain. However, we have to see the sum of the substituents. Okay, the methyl group that lies on the third carbon atom, whereas the ethyl group that lies on the fourth carbon atom, it gives a sum 7. However, another numbering that is done from the back end. Here, the methyl group that lies on the fifth position, however, the ethyl group that lies on the fourth position, which gives a sum 9. So, the lowest possible sum that is to be used here, this is called lowest sum rule. So, the substituents on the lowest possible position or lowest number that is selected as the parent chain, and the numbering, this one numbering is correct where the sum is 7. Similarly, another example, here there are three substituent groups. All of them are methyl group. However, there are two possibilities. The both methyl group, they lie on the second position from the either end of the chain. Okay, there are two possibilities of numbering from the front end and from the back end. However, let's see the sum here. From the front end, the three methyl groups, they lie on second, third and fifth carbon atom. However, from the back end, the methyl group, they lie on second, fourth and fifth position. So the sum that seems to be 10 and 11. However, 10 is lower than 11. So the substituents that lie on the position which bear the sum 10, that is to be selected as the parent chain. So the numbering from the front end, that is correct here, and while naming the hydrocarbon, we have to select this chain. And the fourth rule says that if two or more branch chains are present in the parent chain, then they are to be prefixed in their alphabetical order along with their positional number. And similarly, if there are more than one substituents, then the positional number, they are to be separated by commas, and the prefix like di, tri and tetra etc. are also added, before the prefix. Let's see an example here. In this example, there are two ethyl group on the third carbon atom and a methyl group on the second carbon atom. So this one is the 2 methyl group, this one is the 3 ethyl group, and this one is the another one 3 ethyl group. So the naming here that should contains so while naming this compound, diethyl that is added, and it will be 3 ethyl plus 3 ethyl plus 2 methyl, and hept is the word root as well as ane as the primary suffix. So the name of the compound will be 3,3 diethyl 2 methyl heptane. Similarly, let's take this example. Here there are 3 methyl groups attached to the carbon atoms. Okay, the numbering, the carbon atoms that are on second position that contain methyl group, the third carbon atom contain methyl group, and the fifth carbon atom that is attached to the methyl group. So the name of this compound will be 2,3,5 trimethyl hexane, because there are 3 methyl groups on the second, third, and fifth position. So it will be 2,3,5 trimethyl hexane. Okay, however, these di, tri, tetra, they are not considered while deciding the alphabetical group order of the alkyl groups. So the alphabetical order that is to be determined on the basis of the prefix, not on the basis of di, tri, tetra, iso, neo, etc. And the fifth rule, it states, if a complex branch chain are present in the longest chain, then the numbering that should be done from the carbon of the branch chain that is attached to the longest chain, and the prefix of the side chain is also enclosed in the bracket. Okay, so if a complex branch chain is present in the organic compound, then the numbering that should also be done from the carbon which contains the complex branch chain. Let's see an example here. Okay, this one is the longest chain possible, and there are 2 substituent groups. However, one substituent group that contains another branch which is indicated here. So the numbering that is done from the back end, because the methyl group that lies near from the back end. So the another one numbering is also to be done here, that is the carbon of the branches that are numbered 1 and 2. Similarly, the methyl group that lies on the first carbon, so it will be 1 methyl ethyl. That means 1 methyl group is on the ethyl group, and the ethyl group is attached to the fourth carbon atom. Similarly, 3 methyl, because the methyl group is attached to the third carbon atom, and it is heptane because there are 7 carbon atom and a single covalent bond. So the name of the compound will be 4,1 methyl ethyl 3 methyl heptane. Similarly, the next rule, if a compound contains the double and triple bond, then the parent chain, it should be selected in such a way that the double and triple bond, they also constitute the parent chain. Let's see an example here. Here the longest chain that is seen to have contained 6 carbon atoms. However, it does not include the double bond. So the double bond, it should also be included while numbering the carbon atom. So the linear chain that is selected as the parent chain, and it contains a branching or the substituent that is ethyl group. So the name of the compound will be done on this basis, and let's see the numbering here. On the second carbon atom there is ethyl group, so the name of the compound will be 2-ethyl pent and ene for double covalent bond on the first position, pentene. So the name will be 2-ethyl pent 1-ene, or it may also be written as 2-ethyl pentene. So let's try it ourselves. Okay, I think you have finished the nomenclature. Let's see the nomenclature here. Okay, this is the numbering here. So this name will be 4-methyl because the methyl group that lies on the fourth carbon atom, and similarly a propyl group on the third carbon atom, and hex root is to be used because it contains 6 carbon atoms, and the double bond that is on the second carbon atom, so it will be hex 2-ene. the name of the compound will be 4-methyl 3-propyl hex 2-ene. Okay, so the double bond that has higher priority over the triple bond, and the triple bond that has also got a higher priority over the alkyl group. So if a compound contains double, triple as well as the alkyl group, the priority is given to the double bond and the numbering is to be started from the end nearer to the double bond. Okay, the next one rule, it states that if double and triple bond they are present on the equivalent position from the terminal carbon, then the numbering that should be done in such a way that the terminal carbon is nearer to the double bond. So if both double and triple bond they are present on equivalent position from either side of the chain, then double bond is given priority over the triple bond. So let's see an example here. Both double and triple bond they lie on second carbon atom from either side of the chain. Let's see the numbering here. Okay, from the front end, the triple covalent bond. So the name of the compound will be hept. The odor will be hept because it has 7 carbon atoms, and the double bond that lies on the second position, so it will be hept 2-ene, and the triple bond is on the 5th position, so it will be 5-wine. And here the terminal E of "-ene" that is replaced by wine. Okay, let's see another example here. Okay, this one is the parent chain and it contains a methyl group. So let's see its numbering here. The numbering is done to be from the back end because the double bond that has got higher priority over the alkyl group. So the double bond that will lie on the second position. However, the methyl group that is found to be attached to the 4th carbon atom, while numbering it should be done from the back end. So the name of the compound will be 4-methyl pent 2-ene because the double bond that lies on the second carbon atom. And the next rule is that if both double and triple bond they are present at the different position in the same molecule from both carbon atoms, then the numbering that should be started from the carbon which is nearer either to the double bond or to the triple bond. Let's see the example here. Here the triple bond lies nearer than that of the double bond. So the numbering that is done to be from the end that is nearer to the triple bond. So let's see the triple bond here. The triple bond that lies on the second position, however the double bond that lies on the 5th position, because the triple bond that is nearer from the front end, however from the back end the double bond that lies on 3rd position, whereas the triple bond that lies on the 2nd position from the front end. So the name of the compound will be oct 5-ene 2-wine because the double bond that is on the 5th carbon atom and the triple bond that is on the 3rd carbon atom. Here "-ene" that comes before wine because it comes in the alphabetical order before wine. So the name of the compound that is oct 5-ene 2-wine, and the terminal E of the "-ene" that is replaced by wine. This rule we have already seen on the last point. So the 9th point is that if more than one double bond or triple bond that are present in the chain, then the term like di, tri, tetra, etc. are also prefixed to "-ene" or "-wine", that is the double bond or the triple bond. If there are more than one double or triple bond, then di, tri, tetra, etc. is added before "-ene", and that will be di-ene, tri-ene, tetra-ene, etc. Similarly, it may be di-wine, tri-wine, etc. So let's see the example here. Here there are 4 carbon atoms. It consists of the parent chain and the double bond that are seen on the 1st and the 3rd position. So it will be buta 1,3-diene. Okay, if there are more than one double or triple bond, then the odd root alk that will be changed into alka. Here but is changed into A because A had been added after buta. A had been added after but, so it will be buta 1,3-diene. Similarly, this one is for you. Okay, let's see the example here. I think you are capable enough to do the numbering to select the parent chain and to name the hydrocarbon here. This much for the first on ChemTalks Official. We will be sharing more and more tutorials that are related to chemistry, especially for you. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe our tutorials. Thank you.